Since Bryce wasn't willing to help, Natalie could only rely on herself. She made up her mind and returned to her family home, but did not go in through the main entrance. Instead, she snuck in through the backyard. If her father had him hidden in any corner of this place, she would find him, leave with him, and never return. But even though she looked all over, there was no sign of him. Through the gaps between the leaves, she saw Sheryl and Nick slowly walking toward her. "If you're tired, why don't we go and lie down?" "Dad told me to take care of that annoying kid. He's at the hotel by himself. If anything happens, it'll be trouble. But I don't really want to go." "I'll go with you." "Really?" He nodded. Natalie watched Sheryl and Nick's retreating backs. She followed them quietly. But when she reached the front door, she was stopped by the concierge. "Miss, please show me your membership card." "Membership card?" "Our hotel requires a membership card to enter." She sighed in frustration, stepped back, and looked up at the hotel. Meanwhile, in the restaurant on the second floor of the hotel, Bryce was eating with his parents. Robert and Michelle Claire had been living abroad for a long time. "Bryce, when are you going to get married?" "When it's time, of course." Hearing this, Michelle couldn't help but get angry. "You always talk back to your father and me. I think you wouldn't get married even if we died." "Mom, I will get married, but I can't just rush into it." Hearing that, she let out a heavy sigh and her tone became more gentle. "I know you've been very busy these past few years, but now that the company is growing so steadily, it's time for you to make a plan. Your dad and I are still waiting to hold our grandson." "Your mother is right. Now that the Claire family is in a stable position, you should relax. Find a girlfriend, get married." Bryce didn't know whether to laugh or cry. He shook his head. Then out of the corner of his eye, he caught a glimpse of a woman standing outside the hotel entrance downstairs. He hadn't expected her to follow him here. A wave of disgust rose in his heart. Downstairs, Natalie didn't know that she had been spotted by Bryce. She knew that Liam was inside, but she couldn't reach him. Just when she felt a loss for what to do, she saw an advertisement in the window next to her. The hotel was hiring waiters and waitresses. She tore down the advertisement, returned to the concierge, and showed it to him. "I'm not a member. I'm here to apply." She had managed to get into the hotel. "Are you sure you want to be a waitress?" The hotel manager looked at her from head to toe. His tone was filled with suspicion. "Yes, I do." Afraid that he would not believe her, she told him about her work experience abroad. "I was a waitress in a hotel while I was overseas. I've been through all sorts of hardships, but you can rest assured that I will not disappoint you." He couldn't help but feel a whole new level of respect for her, and he was also very satisfied with her experience. "All right, you can come to work tomorrow." Natalie almost cheered, but instead, she coughed lightly to cover her excitement and thanked him over and over again. "Work hard. There's a lot of room for promotion here." "Thank you. Can I look around the hotel today? I want to familiarize myself with the place first, so I can get to work faster when I come back tomorrow." When the manager heard her reasoning, he liked her even more. "All right, I'll find someone to show you around." He immediately called for a girl around Natalie's age. "Susan, this is our new waitress. Show her around and help her get familiar with the hotel." "Understood, sir." Natalie started thinking about ways to save her child. "Natalie, the people staying on the top floor of this hotel are rich and powerful. You can't afford to offend them, so you must be careful." "Yes, sir." Natalie and Susan answered in unison. Then they looked at each other and smiled. After giving his instructions, the manager told Susan to find a set of work clothes for Natalie. "The top floor of the hotel is the presidential suite, and the rest are business suites. The hotel is also equipped with swimming pools, bars, and other entertainment facilities." While Susan talked enthusiastically, Natalie seemed distracted. Seeing that she was a little preoccupied, Susan asked with concern, "Natalie, are you all right?" Natalie was startled for a moment before she shook her head with a smile. "It's nothing." "Then let's go upstairs and take a look." "Where's the surveillance room?" Susan stopped, turned around, and looked at her with a puzzled expression. "Why do you want to know?" I'm just asking. After all, it's the heart of the hotel. If there's an emergency or something, it would be useful to know where it is." "I see." She told her right away which floor the surveillance room was on and also how to get there. Natalie wrote it down and smiled brightly. "Thank you. You're very kind, explaining everything to me so clearly." Now she knew where the surveillance room was. She didn't want to continue with the tour of the hotel, so she found an excuse and went to the bathroom. By the time Bryce finished eating with his parents, it was already dark outside. The hotel kept a room for him all year round. He raised his hand, took off his tie, and threw it aside. Then he got up and walked into the bathroom. Natalie sneaked up to the floor where the surveillance room was, then followed Susan's instructions to find it. But she had not expected the hotel to be so big. There were several corridors, and it did not take long for her to get lost. Helpless, she could only search slowly and hope that she would find it. After searching for a long time, she walked past an elevator. She quickly turned around and pretended to be looking for something. Out of the corner of her eye, she noticed someone coming out of the elevator. When she saw who it was, her eyes widened. How could she have run into Sheryl and Nick? Please don't let them see me, she thought to herself, and lowered her head even further.
Hi, I am Natalie. Want to know my story? Then download the Pocket FM app and listen to the exciting episodes of The Return Now.